I think we're haunted today.
I think it's been a little bit more than just today. Well, hello and welcome to another rendition of It's Always Anxious at Bedtime. Well, no, that's not us, is it?
Mm-mm.
Hello and welcome to Anxious at Bedtime. That's us. I'm Cash. I'm one of the hosts.
And I'm Monica.
The other one.
I think we're haunted today.
I think it's been a little bit more than just today.
Yeah, but today was the weirdest.
It was a little bit more today, yeah, for sure.
So it started when Cash was out of the house. He lost phone service.
I did, yeah, for a few hours, just no service at all.
Was it everyone there or just you?
Yeah, it was pretty much everybody.
Yeah, so it was like a bubble around where you were. Nobody had service.
It was.
Meanwhile, I had service and we're on the same phone plan.
Yes, we are.
So that's weird.
Very weird.
But it gets weirder. While he was out, I lit an incense to cleanse. When he came home, he went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. And then while we were both in separate bathrooms, it sounded like a door slammed.
No, for sure a door slammed. Like, it sounded like a door slammed. You felt the door slam, like the shake. I feel like I felt the air, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, yeah, you were upstairs. I was downstairs. But I heard something upstairs. Something really loud. I didn't know what it was. I texted you to see if you were okay. You were like, yeah, are you okay? But the sound definitely came from upstairs. You were upstairs, so you would have heard it better than I did. But we both for sure heard something.
And I for sure did not slam anything.
Yeah, and I didn't. And then after he told me he thought it was a door slamming, I heard one of our dining room chairs scoot across the floor.
It's kind of like, I don't know, the past couple days around that table. Keep hearing the bags of chips opening, and they
That's
don't
fair.
actually open, but you can hear them rustling. You can see the chips moving.
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff happening around the table. But yeah, so I heard a chair scoot. I hurried up and I went and I checked on it, and the chair that I was sitting in before I went to the bathroom was moved. But then I went to check what door slammed, and everything was fine. All the doors were the exact way I left them. Nothing was slammed, nothing was open. So I don't know what the heck happened.
I honestly don't either.
But I sent it to my family group chat, and they think that maybe something followed you home.
You know, that's just rude of them. They always think I'm haunted. They think there's something going on with me. And maybe, maybe it's just the fucking home.
Maybe.
Maybe it's not me.
But it was like something found you when you were out, followed you home, and then was like, oh, this house was recently cleansed and still smells like incense. I need to get out. And it starts throwing shit and slamming doors.
I don't feel like that has anything to do with me. That's just, I feel like it's speculation.
Okay.
Like, you guys are trying to piece things together. It could be, hey, you had something chilling here with you, and, you were just hanging out with it all day, and then I got home, and it's like, oh, fuck, this guy's home, and I got pissed off and slammed the door.
But it was fine through the cleansing.
Yeah, because it didn't give a fuck until I got home. It doesn't want me home. And what are you talking about? Maybe it don't care about no cleansing. It's like, I'm G, my G.
I could get on board with that if it didn't move the chair that I was sitting in. If it was a different chair, I'd be like, yeah, it was hanging out with me all day. But it moved the chair I was in.
That you were in earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was trying to let you know, bitch, this is not okay.
You think it called me bitch?
Yeah, let's go fucking fight this thing. I didn't say it was okay. Didn't you hear me just now? I said, this is not okay. What the fuck? Come on now. Where's this punk-ass ghost at? Talk to my wife like that. Any whoosies.
Yeah, that's all I've got. We had a weird little... It's been a weird minute. Some weird stuff has been happening. As the veil thins with Halloween around the corner, it's just getting spooky.
Peculiar happenings.
Yeah, but nothing super crazy. That was definitely the craziest.
Yeah. There's some movement on 3-Eye Atlas.
Yeah?
Yeah, again, that's happening again. It's been a minute since I talked about that. But they're back to believing it's like a UAP. It's unidentified, and it's no longer a meteor again.
They need to figure out what they believe.
Yeah, with the government shut down and NASA, operating like in a blackout period, like where they're not really disclosing a lot. A lot of the information's coming from Europe like their space programs, and a lot of telescopes that are just aimed at it. Some people, there's a lot of AI that's real fun about it, turning it into like an alien party bus driving by. Speculation that, it's going to be on the other side of the sun right before October 29th. So like right before Halloween. So that'd be a great time for, if it is a UAP, for them to just make a surprise appearance, shoot straight toward the earth and say, "What's up, dog?"
And
So,
nobody would believe it. It's like, wow, great costumes.
yeah, there's a lot of different speculations in that community that's pretty fun. So we'll find out.
Man,
Hell yeah. Other than that, I ain't got nothing.
me either. So let's
Ghosts playing with our chips, scooting our chairs, possible alien intervention here soon, and people slamming doors because they're pissed off I'm home and calling my wife out her name. What a little that fucking ghost. Let me catch this thing. Let me find out, dude. Let me find out.
But yeah, so we'll just get right into the episode then. This week, we have listener stories.
Ooh. How many?
I don't know, but it's a
Oh.
lot.
Dun dun.
I didn't count them, but this one, it's a lot. I think it's our longest yet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the contributions. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I was so surprised because some of them are actually like sent to us, but a lot of them were like people on Reddit, and I reached out, and every single person I messaged said, "Yeah, use my story."
That's dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie, I was a little overwhelmed. It was a lot of messages, a lot of stories, but it was so exciting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well then, let's go. Let's get into it.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, this one comes to us from Anonymous.
Oh, I don't know them.
This was about 20 years ago in an apartment in San Diego, which was a new build. I lived there with my girlfriend for about a year, then we broke up. She moved out, and a friend moved in because he needed a place to crash for a few months, and I could use the help on rent. We'll call him Z. I had a fold-out couch that Z was staying on, and Z wasn't working, so he would pretty much watch TV all day or play video games while I was at work. In the evenings, we partied too much.
Been there, player.
Z would always complain that he couldn't sleep and would always find himself awake in the middle of the night, staring up at one corner of the room.
Never been there, player.
Thank goodness. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
I'd be so angry.
Not just for how scary that would be for you, but for me, if I woke up and saw you just standing in the middle of the room staring at one spot, the holy water that would be thrown upon you.
See why I'd be angry? I'd be assaulted constantly.
Drowned a little
You
bit.
imagine all the exorcisms I'd have to withstand just to
Yeah.
wake me up.
Yeah, are you joking me? Yeah. But back to the story. I never thought much of this because alcohol and drugs mess with everything. So I was like, whatever, you're going to bed blackout drunk every night.
I'm not saying it. We know I've been there, player. I guess
You
I
have a
am saying it.
past. I had a DVD player with no buttons on it. You had to use the remote to control anything besides turning it on or off.
Okay, fancy.
Z bought Lost on DVD. That's how old this story is. And he yelled out, "Hey, I'm going to start watching this." And I said, "Let me know when it's loaded and I'll come out." A half hour passed and I went out to find the place a mess. Long story short, he couldn't find the remote. We then collectively tore that place apart. We spent nearly 2 hours looking everywhere for the remote. Since we drank a lot, we even checked our cars, the dishwasher, and pockets and jeans that were in laundry baskets. Literally everywhere. Since Z was staying on a pull-out couch/bed, we, of course, took that all apart, and it wasn't there. At this point, we felt defeated and agreed to go buy a new DVD player to watch Lost.
A whole ass new DVD player?
That's
You could buy
commitment
just
to
a
the show.
universal remote. What
It's
the
a
heck?
good show, though, so I get it.
Yeah, you buy a universal remote that you program to the DVD player.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you can turn it on. Bro, I was alive back then, too.
My first thought would have been new DVD player, too.
Fuck that. I was frugal. I bought so many remotes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. Sometimes I moved and I'm like, why do I have 87 remotes in this
Are you
box?
joking me? We have 87 remotes right now in our bedroom. I don't know what any of that. They're all Roku remotes.
No, they're not. That's only 2 or 7 of them.
It's like 7, and then 2 random TV remotes, and like a random fan remote, and like
Girl,
recording
look,
light.
some of the things that you bought come with remotes. And
What?
I don't... Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyways, I don't know why I put 87 boxes in a remote, pack it up, and go on to the next box until I got 87 in that one and keep doing that either. But it's a habit.
Yeah.
So we're at 84. So 3 more remotes. We'll have a box and we'll move on. What's next?
What's next? This person lost the remote, okay? We put the house back together and we were sitting on the couch side by side. And I knew it was a long shot, but I thought, I didn't check the freezer, even though we did check the fridge. So I said, hey, let me check one last place.
Is it the freezer?
Mm-hmm. I went to the freezer. It's not there. I went back to him and the fucking remote was on the couch exactly where I was sitting when I got up 20 seconds before.
So you mean it was clenched in between your butt cheeks the whole time and you didn't think to check there?
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that's where the remote was. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. That is weird though. Like, what kind of sign is the ghost trying to send with that?
That you're delusional. Like, that's what it's saying. It's just trying to say you're delusional.
Oh, it's trying to fuck with you mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, mind games.
Yeah.
Anyway, Z was on his laptop right next to it the whole time. I picked it up and I said, dude, where'd you find it? And he looked at me and turned white. We both ran outside and flipped out for about 45 minutes.
I'd have flipped out way before that if I found out he was just on his laptop the whole time and I'm looking by myself.
No, they were looking together, I assume. And then when he went to check the freezer, Z was on the laptop.
He was probably trying to order a universal remote. Okay.
Maybe. Over the period of the next few weeks, stuff that carries electrical charges went missing. Electric razor chargers, phone chargers, MP3 chargers, and laptop cables.
Somebody's stealing all your copper. You got a copper thief.
No. Z moved out on a weekday while I was at work. That's cold-blooded.
It was fucking Z. He was stealing all the chargers.
That was my thought, but hold on. The room he was staying in was empty besides the furniture. When I got home from work, all of those cables were in a corner in the room.
Z's room?
Yeah.
So he came back, he felt guilty and dropped him off.
Let me finish. I know this wasn't him fucking with me because he made me mail a few to him.
So first he tries to gaslight you into believing that you dropped a remote out of your butt cheeks. And then he's like, oh no, these all showed up. Now send me some. I bet he made you pay for postage too.
No, but Z was scared, remember? When he saw the remote, he turned white.
Either way, that's a long way to go to fuck with somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that ghost was really fucking with you, bud.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. So once Z moved out, for some reason, I couldn't sleep in my own bed, and I could only sleep on the couch. Almost every night, I would wake up sitting on the couch, staring at one upper corner of the room, just as he said he did.
So the ghost just possesses whoever's in that room.
Where I worked, once a month, I would have to work a late shift. As such, I got home at around 7 a.m., crashed on the couch, and around 10 a.m., I woke up and there was an old man standing in front of me about 4 feet away. I would have crapped my pants.
Every fucking morning that you had to work overnight?
No, it was this particular morning.
Oh, okay. I would have woke up swinging.
Yeah. I played it off as if I was just tired and dreaming, but I stared at him for about a minute and I realized I was awake. He wasn't dressed like an old man either. He was wearing a t-shirt, sneakers with socks that went to his calves, and a baseball cap.
Fucking hipster.
After about 3 minutes, he, in an unnatural way, turned to look at me, made eye contact, then took a few steps and disappeared. I flipped the fuck out, and while I planned to move out of there in 2 weeks, I was gone within a few days.
Bro, you could have made that apparition just disappear way faster if you started swinging earlier. I'm saying.
Unless it swung back.
The fuck is it going to do? Punch through me?
I don't know.
Oh. You're getting punched. I'm going to hit an apparition. And then after it does that a couple times,
Maybe
I'm grabbing
it
salt.
possess you. I don't know.
I got a bug assault. The fuck? It possesses him at 3 o'clock in the morning to stare into a corner in the fucking roof.
Yeah.
I think I'm bug assaulting the bitch.
Isn't that scary though?
Yes.
Our next few stories are from Nova.
I feel like I know her.
You might know her. Longtime listeners of the pod know she was one of our original creators.
Is she a long-time listener?
She better be. Okay, so I have to tell you you this because I still can't stop thinking about it. It happened one of the times my daughter and I were staying at my mom's. It was just the two of us there during the day. My daughter was sitting at the table, and I was walking up toward her when I suddenly saw something that made my stomach drop. Right there, standing in the hallway doorway, was a woman wearing what looked like a long sleeve white shirt, but it was bloody.
Fucking Martha.
I'm pretty sure it was blood because it was on her face too. And she was just there for the quickest split second, but I swear I saw her clear as day. I first caught her out of the corner of my eye, and when I turned my head, like really fast, she was gone. But I just stood there staring at that spot, my heart pounding, thinking, what the hell was that? It was so spooky and unreal. Later, when everyone got home, I told them I'd seen a bloody person standing in the doorway. My brother was like, oh yeah, there used to be a Satanist that lived here. Maybe they had something to do with it. Mom just shook her head and said, no, that probably has nothing to do with it. This place is just creepy. Sure, Mom. The woman had longish curly brown hair, matted with blood. I can still picture it, even though it was just a split second. So, yeah, that was fun.
Sounds like it.
Another time at her house, it was just a normal evening, just before 10 p.m. I was cleaning in the kitchen, doing the dishes, sweeping the floor, that kind of thing. It wasn't stormy or windy or anything weird like that. Everything was quiet. And I know, like absolutely positive, that the front door was locked. Anyway, I was standing a few feet away from the door, sweeping. I remember I could see it perfectly from where I was standing. Out of nowhere, it just started to move. At first, I thought I was seeing things, like maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me, but then I heard it. And the door, which was locked just minutes earlier, slowly started to open. Not a big dramatic swing or a gust of wind, no. It opened slow, like someone was on the other side, pushing it just enough to let it drift open. I stood there frozen, broom still in my hands, just staring.
Should have swept it shut.
You know that feeling when your stomach drops and the hairs on the back of your neck stand straight up? That's exactly what it felt like. It was so silent in the house, I swear I could hear my own heartbeat. I still can't explain it. I've checked the door, the frame, the lock, everything's fine. No drafts, no loose hinges, just me in the kitchen, watching a locked front door open like someone or something decided to let itself in. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's had something like this happen. After staying in that house, can confirm I don't know, it's weird.
Absolutely. There's something. I don't know if something was trying to get in or out.
Yeah, huh.
It's probably trying to leave.
Maybe.
What the fuck are you doing, dude? I'm getting out of here. I ain't got time for this shit.
Watching you sweep? Ugh.
Why are you even here? Nobody else is here? I'm not here either, dude. You stay here by yourself. If I can't be here by myself, you do it.
Maybe, yeah.
Nah,
Lots of ghosts leaving today.
hopefully. It's at least how I feel. They're all dipping.
Yeah, that's very weird, very scary. I could not imagine standing in front of a door and watching it open, especially a door that leads outside. Oh my gosh. Our next story is from The Sleepiest Otter. About 2 weeks ago, we moved back into the house that I grew up in. I already knew the property was likely haunted. My mom and I experienced activity here my entire childhood. When my parents set up a double wide on the property years ago, the activity followed, and she dealt with it daily. The first week after we moved in, the front door opened by itself in broad daylight. I didn't plan those two, by the way.
Do you think that one's trying to get out too?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's the same one. It's just visiting them.
Mm.
It's the exit ghost.
And then it came here today.
Well, our fucking door didn't shut. We didn't see it.
Oh, we just heard it close, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But back to the story. There was no draft, and the latch was secure. The second week, the kitchen floor creaked once in a very specific spot. A spot that only makes noise when it's stepped on. And then last night, the mimic appeared.
Oh, shit.
I told my daughter to get dressed so I could take the kids over to my parents' house. When I looked out the window, I saw a long-haired woman, about my mom's build, wearing a baggy t-shirt. She was walking toward our front door.
Better not have been Billie Eilish.
I don't think it was.
Big t-shirt, Billie Eilish.
But when it realized I saw it, it darted to the right and out of sight. Just as I said, "Oh, Nana came to get you." I opened the door and I called out, "Mumsy, I know you're out here. Where'd you go?" She answered from her porch in the opposite direction of where I'd just seen her. My stomach dropped. I asked if she'd been outside my window a moment ago, and she said, "No, I haven't moved from my porch."
So did she watch it happen too?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Yeah. But that's when it hit me. Whatever I saw wasn't my mom. This isn't the first time the trickster has shown itself either. When my mom first moved into the new house with my dad and brother, she once walked into my brother's room and saw him at his computer. She told him whatever she needed to say, and then she went back to the living room, only for him to walk through the door a few minutes later. Over the years, she's heard my dad call for her from other rooms, only to realize she was home alone.
Or sitting right next to him?
What do you mean?
I guess not. Wouldn't that be some shit if she was sitting right next to her husband and hears him call from the other room?
That would be some shit.
That'd be worse than when he's not home.
Yeah, that's fair.
At least if you think he's not home, there's a potential he was playing a trick and out the window. There's the trickster.
Yeah.
Now, if he's sitting right fucking next to you,
Is it your husband?
what's
you're
the
sitting
trick,
next to, or-
motherfucker?
Yeah.
Is this him or is that him?
Yeah.
That's the yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
that'd be
rather it be
worse.
him at work. Yeah.
Even my brother's wife has experienced it. They stayed in the house for a week once, and she said she heard him calling for her several times. It shook her so badly that when they came back last year, she refused to stay overnight. I told my husband I can handle noises in the house. I can even handle seeing shadows or random apparitions. But seeing my mom, one of my best friends, outside of my window when it wasn't her, that's where I draw the line. Why would it take her shape and dart away when I saw it if it didn't want to actually be seen?
Wanted you to follow it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Dun
Thank,
dun.
thank goodness she didn't.
It was playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
Big t-shirt, Billie Eilish.
I've experienced a lot of paranormal things, but none of them scared me quite like this one. Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, especially because it's in your own home. Like, you can't escape that. And your childhood home that you've, lived and been a
your own
part of.
bloodline.
Yeah.
It's got the
That's-
family.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Our next story is from Anonymous, a different Anonymous.
Still don't know him.
In my early 30s, my wife and I visited a friend in Seattle. We stayed at this condo that my friend's boss had. For 2 nights, my dreams would constantly get interrupted by someone standing in the corner of my dreams. I'd notice him, wake up, go back to sleep, dream, notice him, wake up, and the cycle continues for at least 20 times a night. I never got much sleep while I was there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like you'd get much sleep 20 times a night. Fuck. You must be trying to sleep for 24 hours.
Finally, on the 3rd night, fed up with this, and as if I suddenly was able to lucid dream, I broke out of my dream and stormed up to the guy standing in the corner and confronted him, still in my dream. He said his name was Lenny or Leonard, and he had a message for and the message was the bleep was more like a high-pitched sound ringing in my ears, but the point was, once he actually said anything that seemed important, I couldn't hear anything. Just his name.
I would have slapped the dog shit out of that guy. I'm like, why are you telling me this if I can't understand? Did you ask for him to clarify? Because that's what I've been.
But maybe it wasn't.
What are you saying to me, my guy?
But maybe it wasn't Lenny or Leonard that was bleeping it, but it was like whoever's in charge of dreams.
I would have kept asking him, repeat it, write it down for me. Let's see if it's classified, declassified information. Let's see what happens here. But I can't understand you, my guy. You know how overwhelmed and frustrated I get when I can't comprehend and understand. Come on now.
I woke up and it was 6 a.m., so I thought, thank God it's over, and I finally got some sleep. On the 4th night, we had been hanging out late with our friend. We were drunk, but she turned to me a little serious, which caught me off guard, and asked how I slept. So I told her and my wife about my dream of this guy standing in the corner that kept interrupting my sleep. It was just a conversation that came up. I never thought anything of it until then. This was maybe 2 a.m. at this point. the hour in which I'd start waking up continuously because of the creep in my dream. Suddenly, my wife turned to me, her face dead serious. She asked, was he a blonde guy with slicked back hair wearing a salmon-colored button-up shirt and barefoot?
She got way too many details, way too fast.
Yeah, I never told her such details or even about my dreams at all, but she described him in exact details.
Swiggity swooty, I would have gotten out of that booty right then and there.
My jaw just dropped. Everything else could have been a coincidence, but this salmon-colored button-up shirt was so specific. Then she said, with a fucking grin, because he just walked in. Needless to say, she was half joking, the joking part that he had just walked in, amongst other jokes that she was trying to make to scare us after that. In later years, despite not wanting to know, I made her clarify how she knew such details, and she said that I didn't want to know. So I've stopped asking, because I really didn't want to know.
I would. At that point, I might be leaving my wife.
I wouldn't leave my wife.
She fucking planted somebody in the corner to disturb my sleep 20 times a night?
I don't think she planted him. She saw him, I think.
She says you don't want to know? She couldn't just simply say I dreamt him too or I saw him too?
Yeah, I don't know. But I would, the
You're not gonna
curiosity
tell me?
would kill me.
Yeah, no,
I'd
I'm
have to
gonna
know.
have to leave because I'm gonna think you planted that and you fucked with me until you tell me how you knew.
That's fair, yeah.
The psychosis that would cause?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'd want to know too, like, are you in my dreams? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, I need to know.
Are you
Do you see
controlling
him?
this shit?
Is he following me?
Are you feeding this into my dream?
Yeah, something.
Like, I do want to know. Absolutely, I want to know. I'm too
Yeah.
inquisitive. I told you guys this.
Yeah.
I need to know.
You know, the scariest part, though...
If you're the one putting it in my dream, that's fucking fine. That means you can put way cooler shit than that, though.
That's fair.
Let's make this fucking fun.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But back to the story.
Oh, okay.
You know, the scariest part, though, wasn't those dreams or those details that my wife was able to describe. It was the fourth night when we all finally went to bed, and the reason my wife refuses to tell me why she wouldn't tell me how she knew about the exact guy in my dreams. That fourth night, my wife was literally getting smothered in her sleep.
Ooh.
I woke up a few times trying to wake her up because she was making all these weird sounds like she was gasping for air. Because we were all drunk, I just wrote it off as her snoring. I even kept shoving her to shut her up. But I've never heard her make that sound for the last 20 years we've been together. Not before then, and not now.
That was her expelling the demon.
Maybe. At around 5 a.m., still not dawn yet, I groggily opened my eyes because my wife had clawed me awake. I was unsure if I was dreaming or not, and in the corner of my eyes, I saw a monkey-looking thing sitting on my wife's chest. She's struggling to breathe because of this thing sitting on her chest. I just rolled over and went back to sleep.
What a dick. What the fuck?
To be fair, they thought it was a dream.
And to be fair, if I thought she was controlling that thing in the fucking corner
Yeah,
and not
so-
waking me up 20 times a night, I'd be like,
You know.
yeah, we're fucking even.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Claw me again if you really can't breathe. I'm going back to sleep. All right, go ahead. Still a dick move. You're like, yeah, it is.
I just want it noted, if you ever wake up and see anything sitting on my chest, even our cat, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang, wake me up, please.
Yeah, I'm whooping his ass. No, it is. Sorry. I throw the cats off your chest when I see them sleeping on you when you're asleep. I do. I'm like, not literally throw
No,
them.
not
I don't
literally.
abuse them.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, fucker, and I'll toss them to the foot of the bed where they're not going to be sleeping on your lungs
Yeah.
or face.
Thank you.
I'm not going to let a fucking monkey from the Wizard of Oz
That's
slap you
exactly
around
what I
in your sleep.
pictured. One of the ones with wings. Yeah.
You don't want to know how I knew. Go ahead.
When we both woke up that morning, I jokingly said that I think I saw a monkey sitting on her chest, and she seemed like she was struggling to breathe for a few hours before the sun came up. She looked so out of it. She just said, I was. And I said at the time what just came to mind. Karma, babe, you shouldn't have joked around with the dead. To my surprise, instead of making light of things like she always does, she actually nodded like she agreed. You see, in her culture, you don't mess around with the dead. The afterlife may or may not exist. you could invite discord if you mess around with it. When she was 2 years old, they even had to hire a shaman and a priest because she was haunted by a child ghost. How? That's a longer story. All I know is that she and her culture believe in that kind of stuff, so it's pretty stupid to go around scaring yourself and others by joking about it. Like, have some respect. Ever since then, she's never made those kind of jokes again. And I'm wondering what the heck happened, how she knew what the guy in my dream was wearing in such damn fine details, and what I saw the fourth night that changed my wife that she won't talk about it at all. I won't ask her about it. I just won't.
I would.
Yeah, I'd have to ask.
Oh, I know. You wouldn't leave me alone until I fucking told you. I
Hell
know.
no. Are you kidding me? You have a freaking Amazon package that you haven't opened, and it's been driving me literally insane.
I know, and I still leave it out in the open.
I know.
This
I
is
know.
different. It's not something that affected your sleep.
No,
a fucking monkey
I
sitting on
know.
my chest.
I'm saying if I'm that worked up
Yeah,
about
yeah.
a package that I don't know what's in it, could you imagine not knowing how you knew the person in my dreams?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
absolutely. Right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'd lose my mind.
Oh, yeah. No, we are not sleeping again until we get this hashed out. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Every moment until she answers. Like, hey, I know you're in there shitting. I know you're shitting, but how'd you know? What was that monkey? Yeah, no, it's been 20 years. I know. I barely have a voice left. What was it?
Yeah, but I do understand the whole thing of her culture doesn't like acknowledge it, talk about it. I was raised.
Yeah, it's too late for that shit.
Well, no, I was gonna say I was raised very much the same way, where like you don't acknowledge it because that gives it power. You just don't talk about it.
Yeah. I'm with that, but
But-
you already did that. It's too late for that shit. Now you got to tell me what the fuck you done did.
Exactly. Yeah. If it's something's there and multiple people see it and know about it, we're gonna fucking talk about it.
Culturally, you already did this shit. Now,
Yeah.
for my culture, I got to know what the fuck you did and how I undo this. What do I got to do to keep living frivolously and happy?
Yeah. But on the positive side, this person has never experienced dreams like that again. It was just those 4 nights every night.
Yay.
Yeah. But how weird. So do you think the boss's house was haunted? Do you think it was something about being in Seattle? Maybe something attached to them for that short period?
No, I think there was
Yeah?
something. Yeah, I think she was playing. I think she was having fun. That's why
Maybe.
she won't talk about it.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anonymously.
Yeah, I don't know. That one just freaked me out. And then, of course, it's the same thing with the other, I don't think it was an anonymous story, was it? The one with the roommate Z?
Yes.
Oh, the other anonymous one then. Waking up to somebody watching you, it gives me the ickies.
Like I said, I'm swinging.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Do you not remember
Why are
when
you
we
in
first
here?
got together and you would watch me sleep?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
slept.
freaked the fuck out.
You slept with your arms ready to go, and then anytime I woke you up, you never swung at me or anything.
No,
That's
no,
not
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Who's in my house?
You're like, I wasn't screaming that.
No,
I
but
could
you
see-
seemed so scared. Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, I just wanted to watch you sleep. And I'm like, why?
yeah.
Why? Then I have to cover myself with a blanket so you couldn't see me anymore. Yeah. That shit's not happening.
Yeah. Wild times.
All right, but I'm moving on. What's next?
Okay. Next, we have a story from internal_wafer 9390.
Does that mean Kit Kat? They got a wafer inside.
Oh, I kind of hope so, because that's kind of cool. That's like creative, artistic. Before we get started,
Yeah, before we get started, I don't usually do this either, but let us know. Did I get it?
oh,
I
yeah.
want to know.
I was just going to say I'm losing my voice really bad, and I'm sorry if I butcher your stories in this episode. I don't know what's wrong. Screaming at ghosts, I guess, it takes you out.
For sure. And then judging your husband, for sure. That'll strain your voice.
But to start the story,
There it goes.
Internal Wafer says, so I don't usually have recurring dreams. Most of the time, I barely remember what I dream at all. But this past week, something freaky happened. For 3 nights straight, I had the exact same nightmare.
And if it's this guy in the corner or a monkey on your chest, dude, we're going to
No.
talk to this guy's wife for sure.
But could you imagine if the story was like from...
The wife?
No.
Oh.
From the point of view of the person in the corner. They were like, for some reason, I just kept having dreams where all I could do was stand there and watch this person sleep. Isn't that weird?
And he kept fucking staring at me.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be so
And
scary.
then the next night, I woke up sitting on some fucking lady's chest.
I became the old hag.
And the fucking guy's staring at me again and said, "Karma enrolled." This is a weird dream.
What's going on? That would be
Let's
wild.
Let's go. I want to see if this is it.
And by the way, I have to clarify, Internal Wafer, I'm not calling you an old hag. If you have never heard of it, there's a sleep demon called the old hag that looks like an old lady that sits on people's chests.
Also, I'm not accusing you of haunting these people's dreams, but I'm hoping that's where this goes.
That would be wild.
Let's see.
I do also need to say I did not search for like nightmare stories. I don't know how this has a theme.
Let me preface this by going, I never search for anything except for answers. So, what's my answer?
Your answer is, for 3 nights straight, I had the exact same nightmare. I'd be standing at the end of this long hallway in what looked like an abandoned school.
Then it'd zoom in and you're just in some guy's corner.
No.
Shit. All right, I'll wait.
The lights flickered, and I could hear this faint humming coming from the other end. Every time, I slowly start walking down. And about halfway through, I'd see a figure standing there. It didn't move. It just stared.
Did it hum?
I think the humming, I hope the humming was from the light. That's what I pictured. But if it was from the person, that's spooky. And right before I got close enough to see its face, I'd wake up in a cold sweat. Night 1, same dream. Night 2, exact same thing. Night 3, no changes, same ending. But on the 4th night, just like the last one.
Dun dun.
On the 4th night, something was different.
Universal pattern is of 3s.
Yeah. I was in the same hallway again. Same flickering lights. Same humming sound. Only this time, the figure wasn't at the end. It was standing right behind me. I didn't see its face, but I felt its breath on my neck before I woke up. Haven't slept properly since. Isn't that gross? Ugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't want this fucking creepy thing from the end of
No.
the hallway flirting with me and trying to kiss my neck either. Weirdo.
I don't
Heck
think that's what I was
no.
doing.
Well,
But- Oh,
either way, I don't want either of those things happening.
that's so scary. Because, like, even just imagine being in the grocery store. Somebody that you
No.
don't know coming up behind you and breathing on your neck. Disgusting. Terrifying.
Yeah, no.
But in a dream where you, buddy, absolutely not. I would not be able to sleep.
I'd rather in a
for
fucking
days.
dream than in the grocery store. What are you talking about? What?
That's fair.
Yeah, no, in
Yeah,
a
that's
grocery
fair.
store, yeah. Like, no, in a grocery store, for sure I'm going to jail that day.
You can't say that.
No, you can't hit people for breathing on your neck. And I'll be like, I can. I showed that. I showed everybody. What do you mean you can't? Yes. Don't do it to me, people. Don't do it.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. That's so scary. And like, what happened? What
I'm not really
changed?
slap happy, but
I know you just like to talk about it a lot.
I would slap the absolute.
If
I
you
would.
had to. Anyway, we're not talking about you slapping people.
Okay.
But I want to know what changed in the dream to make it go from being at the end of the hallway, something that this person could never like reach, could never attain.
They were enticed by it. They kept chasing it, so it's like, oh, I'm invited.
I'm going to chase you. Oh, I don't like the I'm invited thing. Or did they become the thing at the end of the hallway and they were finally able to catch up to themselves? Does that make sense?
So it was them the whole time.
Yeah, maybe.
They snuck up behind themselves at the end of the hallway,
And
it's
they
like,
just switched point of view.
hey, sweetheart.
Yeah.
No, because it's behind it, breathing on its neck.
Yeah, that's
They're
fair.
not back to back.
I don't know. I don't like it. These weird dreams. Ugh. Our next story comes from Mother of Fairies, and their TikTok handle is KensGRN. Okay, so long story ahead.
Oh.
I lived in this house in middle school and high school and had some weird experiences that I'd say were paranormal that I still think about to this day. I'm sure someone much more knowledgeable could debunk them or explain them away after reading, but paired with the sense of anxiety and dread that I felt in this house while living there, they definitely feel spooky. So here it goes. When I was in middle school, I moved to a house in the middle of a field in rural Virginia. It was a newly built house and we were the first to live in it, but rural Virginia is steeped in a lot of history. Indigenous people, the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, etc. I say that because I never would have expected something ghostly or paranormal in a new house, but it is by far the spookiest house I've ever lived in. I never felt quite at ease in the house. When I'd be home alone, I'd have to have all of the lights on, and I would stay only in our living room because the dark in this house would give me a sense of dread. At night, I slept with a nightlight and the TV because the house freaked me out so much. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not, I guess.
You guessed?
Well, I mean, there's not.
We have a lot of nightlights in our house.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Just the fucking power bill. Just kidding.
Sometimes, yeah.
At first, I didn't know why, but later weird things would happen. One of my friends would always say that the room over our garage, a finished playroom, gave her scary feelings. Anyway, the first weird thing happened on our back deck. We had a giant glass door and bay window that looked out onto the back deck and the field beyond. We had 2 rocking chairs that sat side by side, and if the wind blew, both chairs would rock. However, on multiple occasions when looking outside, there would be no wind, and only one of the chairs would rock back and forth for a little bit and then stop abruptly. Nothing else would be moving or swinging. My dad used to joke that it was the Native American chief relaxing and enjoying the day. Isn't that creepy though?
That is pretty creepy.
Yeah, because I don't know, if it was just one chair, you can explain that away. Like, only one chair out there.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Like, have you seen the dolls that people are buying from Amazon?
No.
They put on their perches that are only facing them.
Yeah.
Only the women.
And it turned, I didn't know it was only the women, but
Yeah.
yeah, they like turn to face you. Ooh.
Yeah, I've only seen it happen to the women. Anytime the husbands walk by or dudes that have gotten them, they're like, I'm not having this issue. My husband walks by, he doesn't have this issue. Yeah, it's crazy.
You know how I know I have issues?
Huh.
I kind of want one.
I know.
I want to see for myself, but then I want to get rid of it after a day. I know. Back to the story. Next, there was a day where I came home from school and was home alone. My parents were still at work and my siblings have not gotten out of elementary school yet. I unlocked the door and went straight to the kitchen for a snack. Ugh, I miss after school snacks.
I do too.
Yeah, nothing hit better than an after school snack.
I don't know why, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. While in the kitchen, I heard what sounded like footsteps upstairs. Like any idiot in a horror movie, I walked over to look upstairs to check the sound out. There's a loft area at the top of the stairs that is out of sight, but if you look up the stairway, you might see a shadow if someone crosses the loft towards my parents' room, where my mom has a silver tray of perfume bottles on her dresser right by the door. As I peered up, I heard what sounded like a quick shuffle and saw a shadow shoot across the hall. This was followed by the sound of my mom's perfume bottles jingling together on her dresser.
Fast ass shadow.
Yeah.
Shoom.
I immediately booked it from the house, not taking my keys or anything with me. I ran towards the road and peered back at the house, but I didn't see anything, and I called my mom. She told me it was all in my head and she'd be home in a few minutes, so I should go back inside.
This thing was trying to take you to Never Never Land.
I was uneasy about this, but I went back to the house only for the door to be locked. I did not lock it when I fled. Some might say maybe I did it subconsciously, but the deadbolt also had to be unlocked when my mom got home. How could I do that without taking my keys? No, something locked it behind you. For sure.
No.
Yes.
You slammed it so hard the deadbolt decided to turn all the way and engage.
All the way.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
And the bottom lock, yeah.
Simultaneously, yeah.
Simultaneously.
Oriole's Peter
No.
Pan, like, fuck you if you don't want to come with me to Neverland. You can't come back in here either.
Isn't that... Oh, gosh. That scares me a lot. The last weird thing happened as we were moving out of the house in high school. While we were moving, there was a brief period of time where we didn't live in the house but still owned it. It had a couch, a kitchen table, and 2 beds. As any high schooler would, my friends and I would take advantage of the house being empty and go there on weekends to party while our parents thought we were elsewhere. On this particular night, it was just me and one friend hanging out at the house. While we were sitting at the kitchen bar that had a view down the hall, where a half bathroom had the door open. The hallway light and bathroom light were off, but as we sat talking and eating, the bathroom light turned on and stayed on for about 10 seconds. It quickly turned off and on and off and on about 3 more times before turning off and staying off.
You think it has OCD?
Maybe. Safe to say, we immediately decided we would not be staying there that night. Like I said, maybe all of these can be explained away, but maybe spirits? So, my first thought when I read the light flickering thing, if they were moving out of the house, could there have been somebody living there in the empty house and they were trying to let them know, like, hey, somebody's here, go away? Which is 10 times scarier to me than it possibly being a ghost.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way worse if it was a living person than a
Yeah.
ghost. For
That.
sure.
Oh. But if it was a ghost, that's still terrifying. But I can appreciate that at least it wasn't in the room you were in. And it was like it was just trying to like play. Like, hey, I'm here. What's up?
Yeah, I'd still rather the ghost. I'd hang out. I'd play with it.
I don't think I'd hang out and play with it.
I want to live there,
Yeah.
but I'd visit.
But I would definitely prefer that to an actual person being in the house.
Yeah, I want to visit if it was my house and, there was some guy living there fucking with my lights or living there at all, actually, yeah.
But yeah, how spooky. Especially because that story and the story of them being locked out of the house, both of them feel like
A squatter.
kinda, yeah.
Peter Pan the squatter.
It's giving squatter or like the old owner of the house, but it was a brand new build, right?
You're going to hate this. Allegedly.
Yeah. And by the way, he only says that because he says the word allegedly a lot and we joke about it, not because he doesn't believe your story.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
use the
clarify.
word allegedly way too much.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Allegedly. But yeah, it could be a brand new build is what they're saying. I'm just saying, you said you wanted somebody to debunk your story. Brand new house in the middle of Virginia in a field. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, I'd way rather a ghost than a fucking squatter. Somebody living in the crawl spaces like you hear about.
Yeah, but that's not what I just asked.
Oh, what'd you ask?
Doesn't it feel like it could be like an old owner or something? But that's weird because it's a new build. But it feels like it's giving possession, like
Oh,
possessive.
you meant like possessed old owner. I thought you meant like the old owner sold it and still lives there. Like a squatter.
Oh, no. Yeah, I meant like it makes me think of the stories of old houses where they're like, oh, the first owner still live here.
I don't like this show. And
Yeah.
it keeps turning off the fucking prices,
Yeah,
right?
how dare you paint my kitchen green? Like that type of stuff.
Yeah. Like, this is a bad wall. Don't drill a hole in it.
Yeah.
And they keep fucking dropping everything every time you try to mount your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that now. Not like, fuck yeah, dude. I sold my house. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I got this extra room in the basement I didn't list on there. I'm going to steal food, too.
Yeah, no.
And they freak you out till you
I
move
don't
and
like
then you
that.
keep selling it and they keep living there.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
Not a fan of that.
No, it's not great. But I'd still way rather the ghost.
Yeah, so sorry it was haunted, but it could be worse, I guess.
Absolutely. That's all I'm trying to say. So feel better.
Yeah. Either way, it's a spooky story. Sorry we couldn't debunk it. Not that you really wanted it, but yeah, I don't know. Our next story is from K. Page Ivy. At 1:52 a.m., my phone rings. It's my husband. It's my husband.
Hello?
He already texted me, letting me know he was on his way home from work. Worried that something was wrong, I answer. Again, I'm so sorry about my voice today. I said, hey, babe, are you okay? Silence. Babe?
Can you hear me?
I can now. Are you okay?
I don't know what just happened. I'm almost home, but I saw something. I'm about to lose service. Be waiting on me, please.
I get out of bed and stand at the front door, waiting to see his headlights come down our long driveway. He gets in the door with a shocked look on his face. This is what he said. I saw these things, these tall, white things. A tall white woman with two other tall white people. Not white like the skin color. Snow white. They were standing out by the abandoned train tracks. The woman had what my brain could only compare to a trash bag with a light.
A lantern.
I know that's not what it was, but that's what it reminded me of. When I saw them, they noticed me too, and I got this feeling. I can't explain it, but I just needed to get out of there. An unease came over me. I'm not sure what they were, but it wasn't right.
Anunnaki.
They're not humans. What's that?
The original human race, the aliens that landed. Yeah.
Oh. I started reheating his dinner, and then it hit me. This automatically made me think of the tall whites. I googled tall whites and asked my husband if any of the photos were comparable. He scrolled to one image and said, yes, this is close. The next morning, we decided to go back to where he saw them, and there was a black mark on the ground, like something scorched the earth. Even more puzzling was that it had lightly rained the night before, and it was raining when he saw them.
Peculiar.
Yeah. Nobody lives in the area where he saw them. It's just an old one-lane road that connects two larger roads and crosses the abandoned railroad tracks. We also live in the outskirts of a very tiny little town. It's unlikely that anyone was this far out, making a fire directly next to the road and tracks. As we were walking back towards the car, an old man in a beat-up Ford pulls up beside us. He says, "Hey, what y'all up to?" Neither of us recognized him, which is weird because the small town of it all.
Mm-hmm.
We just nodded and said, "We were looking at something. Is our car in your way?" He puts the truck in park and gets out. He says, "No, y'all are fine. Did you kids see something interesting?" And that, oh, what would you do if
I
you...
think it's the government.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was my first thought, is I would
Like,
be
no,
like, I'm
Mr.
not saying
Government
shit.
Man.
Yes. I'm
I
about
thought
to
it
be
was a
Men in
fucking
Black.
frogs, and I didn't
Yeah.
want them to get runded over.
Yeah. That was my very first thought. Like, absolutely not. My heart was pounding so fast when I reached that part.
I'd be like, I did not know, sir.
Anything besides I saw...
What are you doing in
yeah.
Canada? Do you guys live in Appalachia? Somewhere over there? I'd
Yeah.
definitely confuse the fuck out of them and be like, what are you doing in
Yeah.
Canada, bud?
But I was so stressed out for this married couple. Oh my gosh.
But you notice how immediately we're on the same page. If
Yeah.
some stranger approached us, we would both look at him and be like, no, guy.
Yeah. Because
It was a pornography. We're sorries. And then we'd run or something. Like, no,
Yeah.
we didn't see anything good.
Yeah. That's fair. At least we're on the same page immediately. But that's not what happened here. The husband said, I saw something out here the other night on my way home from work. I'm not sure what it was, though. And the old man says, "Is that right? I live over that way. I have all my life." And he
Points in a direction where nobody is even allowed to be.
as he points to the highway. An awkward silence falls over us for a few seconds as we're walking to the car. Then he says, "Y'all believe in aliens?" Again, I would be so scared to answer.
I'd be like, why? What are you?
Yeah. But the husband and the storyteller both look at each other and they say, "Yes, actually, we do." He goes on to tell us that he and his late wife experienced a lot of strange occurrences out there over the years. He said the scorch marks were from them and asked...
He and his wife.
No.
Fucking knew it.
Just from them.
Yeah, he and his wife.
No.
Fucking knew it.
And if we'd ever seen anything in the sky that was unidentifiable. My husband showed him a video that was taken a couple months back of a UFO over our house. Oh, I forgot I was going to ask for that video. Dang it.
And then that guy asked us if his rag smelled like chloroform. We
No.
never saw him again. But we woke up.
No, wait. This story demonstrates why we don't have, we don't make friends very easy. Hold on. He invited us over to his house, saying that he had some images he'd like to show us. It may not have been the best decision, but we agreed. My husband has his carry permit, so I wasn't too worried.
I still would have told him he could meet me right back there in the middle of the road. Meet you back here tomorrow, Jack.
We followed him to an old farmhouse. He said his grandparents built the house in the 1800s, and all of them have seen and experienced things on and around the property.
Let me guess, this is Rachel, Nevada.
Maybe. He goes to a little garage/shack and retrieves some old Polaroid pictures. All 5 photos pictured your classic flying saucer. He said, yeah.
Couldn't do it.
He said, "My father took these. There's more in the house somewhere." He goes on to tell us that he's not exactly sure where they come from or why they're here, but he knows there's different species and different types of craft. I'd like to think we gained a friend, but I'm still not 100% sure what my husband encountered. Which I love that story because they took the chance and they trusted the old man and they made a friend and somebody that has so much knowledge and history. Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
He could still very much be government and trying to
Find out
elicit
exactly how much
what
they
they
know.
know. See if they know other stuff, other people that could be who he's been looking for.
This is why we don't talk to strangers. But
I don't.
I like to think that they made a friend. And oh my gosh. I
I'm
would
just
just sit
way
there.
too skeptical, and I'm always suspicious of people.
That's fair, yeah. But why do we never meet people like this that are like, do you want to come stare at my alien photos? I'll show you all of them. Yeah. Instead,
No.
we have people that are like, not like that.
And we never get people like that. I mean, we meet a lot of cool people, don't get me wrong.
We do, yeah.
But they definitely don't have wild stories like that, and then alien pictures for sure.
At least not ones they share with us, and that needs to change.
I mean, I don't want all the tinfoil hat all the time. On occasions, yeah, it'd be nice for people to share that with us.
You know,
Not
I'd kind
every
of be
time I
okay
talk
with
to
it.
people, though.
I think I'd be okay with it most of the time.
I
You
work
want to
around
talk
the
about?
public.
Oh yeah, but you want to talk about ghosts, demons, fucking your weird nightmares? I'm down. Send me an email.
Yes, via email
At anxious at bedtime podcast at gmail.com.
gmail.com. You know what else?
Hmm.
You could also fucking message it on like TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Threads,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yep.
All of them. Anxious at Bedtime podcast. Yeah, that's crazy. Many ways to let us know.
Many
And
ways.
share these, videos, images of all these paranormalies,
Yeah, honestly.
paranormalities,
Paranormal.
paranormalities. I like that one.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a real word, but it is now.
It is
I'm
now.
inventing it like George W. Bush.
But yeah, that's wild. It sounds kind of scary. I couldn't imagine, especially the middle of the night, seeing tall white aliens too.
I would have asked. I'd have been like, "Are you the fucking Anunnaki?"
I'd want to see the stereotypical little green men. I don't,
Oh, you want to see Paul? You want
I
to see
would
that
love
little
Paul.
vulgar? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Or Resident Alien,
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started.
but not him in the alien form.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you look like a human, but you're an alien? Tell me more. But if you showed up looking like an alien, she'd be like,
But they did send me the photo when they said the husband looked through photos and said this is pretty close to what they looked like. They did send me that photo, so I will post that on social media.
am I going to see it now?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Like very ethereal, goddess-esque.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I could.
Kind of looks like a gray Kip from Futurama.
I see that. But I kind of feel like I could go up to her
long
crying
hair.
and she would like be like, "Oh, child, everything will be okay."
Yeah, like very Mother
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
And I really, really hope that's the vibe. Because if not, I'm sorry for whatever your husband experienced. Because the encounter sounds terrifying. The photo seems nice. And you made a friend out of it. So that's awesome.
Hypothetically. Might be government still.
It might be government. But either way, you got to see some UFO photos. So
Trying to get your pictures, dude. So are we, though, so I can't
yeah,
judge.
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, thank you guys so much for letting us use or share your stories. They're all terrifying.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. I'm glad it sounds like nobody's having the weird nightmares anymore.
I know I'm not, but from what I hear, it's 3 terrible ones and then 1 terrifying one, and you're done.
Yeah. So, if you start experiencing weird nightmares, you just gotta hold out for 4 days and then you'll be good, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but thank you so much for letting us share your scary stories. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. One more time, if you or somebody you know has had a brush with the paranormal and you would like to have that story read on the podcast, please email it to anxiousatbedtimepodcast@gmail.com.
The world can be a scary place with 3 nights where you just can't sleep because things are terrorizing you, and then a 4th where they really terrorize you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's aliens or governments. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but we're probably fine.
We're probably fine.